Hey everyone, Cosmic Mango here, your favourite mango from outer space. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to an episode of Budget Pickups, a show where I pick up a commander and guide you through some great cards that you can buy on a budget to add to that commander's deck. In today's episode, I have chosen the exciting new Shelob Child of Ungoliant from the upcoming Lord of the Rings set Tales of Middle-earth, a very powerful spider commander. Okay, let's get into the list. So without further ado, sit back, relax and enjoy the show. I'm going to start off with showing you Shelob Child Ungoliant and reading the card text. So Shelob is a legendary spider demon creature that costs 1 black and 1 green and 4 colourless mana to cast. It has 8 power and 8 toughness, and it says the following. Death Touch, Ward 2. Other spiders you control have Death Touch and Ward 2. Whenever another creature dealt damage this turn by a spider you control dies, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a food artifact with 2 colorless mana and tap, sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life, and it loses all other card types. Okay, so Shelob is a devastatingly powerful spider tribal commander. It offers us great protection for all our spiders, giving them Ward 2, and it even makes them quite more venomous with that added little bit of Death Touch, and has the ability to create a heck of a lot of food tokens for us. This is one hungry spider who is here to play. So let's get into the list of the budget pickups. Let's start with the instants and sorceries. Spider Spawning, a sorcery spell that costs 1 green and 4 colourless mana to cast. It says the following. Put a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach onto the battlefield for each creature card in your graveyard. Flashback, for 6 colourless and 1 black, you may cast this card from your graveyard for its flashback cost, then exile it. Okie dokie, this is a no-brainer. The card title even has the word spider in it, so it's a perfect fit for a Shelob deck. Creating more spiders with the very relevant in the spider tribal deck, and its spell does that very well. It even has that nice addition of flashback. An overall solid card that can be purchased for around 35 cents. Beast Within, an instant spell that costs 1 green and 2 colourless mana to cast. It says the following. Destroy a target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green beast creature token. This is one of my favourite removal spells in Magic the Gathering, and I would argue and say it is probably one of the strongest in the Commander format. For just 3 mana at instant speed, we can remove any target permanent on the board. You can't ever go wrong running this gem of a card. You can buy this card for around $2. Bite Down, an instant spell that costs 1 green and 1 colourless mana to cast. It says the following. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Any of the fight spells are pretty damn good in a Shelob Spider tribal deck, because we get to make food tokens if that creature was dealt damage by a spell that we control. If it dies, of course. Bite Down does that, and does exactly what we want very well, and it only costs us 2 mana, all at instant speed. Beautiful! You can buy this card for around 35 cents. Citizen Tactics, an instant spell that costs 1 green and 1 colourless mana to cast. It says the following. Strive. Citizen Tactics costs green, more to cast for each target beyond the first. So 1 green more to cast for each target beyond the first. Until the end of the turn, any number of target creatures each get +1/+1 and gain tap. This creature fights another target creature. Giving lots of our creatures +1/+1 and being able to make them fight another creature is massive in a deck like Shelob. We'll be able to make loads of food tokens with this card. You can buy this card for around 49 cents. Return of the Wild Speaker, an instant spell that costs 1 green and 4 colourless mana to cast. It says the following. Choose 1. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures you control. Non-human creatures you control get +3/+3 until the end of turn. With this card and our commander, we'll be able to draw 8 cards, which is pretty wild. See what I did there? Pretty wild because he's called Wild Speaker? Yeah, it's a pretty bad joke, I know. Okay. Or we can use this card to buff up our huge army of spiders and try to remove players from the game. The spell is at instant speed, so you could swing, see if your opponents are blocking. If they aren't blocking, you can then buff them up at instant speed and probably take out a few players with this card. It's a sneaky, sneaky card. You can buy this card for around $3. So those are the instants and sorceries I'd recommend. Now let's move on to the next stage of the video. Let's discuss the creatures that I would recommend for a Shelob deck. Peregrine Took, a legendary halfling citizen creature that costs 1 green and 2 colorless mana to cast. It has 2 power and 3 toughness, and it says the following. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus an additional food token are created instead. If it's an artifact with 2, tap sacrifice this artifact, you gain 3 life. Sacrifice 3 foods, draw a card. We are playing a deck that loves to generate tokens, so this fits in wonderfully. We even have a brilliant sack outlet for all the food tokens that we'll be generating. We can sack them to draw a card, which is pretty damn relevant. Better yet, you can buy this card for just 35 cents. Arasta of the Endless Web, a legendary enchantment creature spider that costs 2 green and 2 colorless mana to cast. It has 3 power and 5 toughness, and it says the following. Reach. Whenever an opponent casts an instant spell or sorcery spell, create a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach. This creature will collect us an obscene amount of spiders over the game, which is, as a tribal spider deck, is an excellent addition. You can buy this card for around 65 cents. Doomweaver, a spider horror creature that costs 2 black and 4 colorless mana to cast. It has 1 power and 8 toughness, and it says the following. Reach. Soulbound. You may pair this creature with another unpaired creature when either enters the battlefield. They remain paired for as long as you control both of them. As long as Doomweaver is paired with another creature, each of those creatures has, when this creature dies, draw cards equal to its power. So a pretty nice blocker that we can use to pair with our commander. Meaning if our commander dies, we can draw a heck of a lot of cards, as its power is 8. Being a spider creature type 2 makes it fit in nice and snugly in this type of deck. You can buy this card for around 79 cents. So those are the creatures. Now let's discuss the enchantments. Phyrexian Arena, an enchantment spell that costs 2 black and 1 colorless mana to cast. It says the following. At the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. This card may shock you, as for a while now this card has been very expensive to buy. However, thanks to a recent reprint, the card is now budget friendly. Phyrexian Arena offers incredible card draw for a very low cost. It's definitely worth playing this card in any deck that's running black, in my opinion. You can buy this card for around $2.40. Spider Umbra, an enchantment aura spell that costs 1 green mana to cast. It says the following. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has reach. Totem Armor. If enchanted creature would be destroyed, instead remove all damage from it and destroy this aura. A very nice cheap to cast enchantment aura that we can put on our commander to protect it with that nice totem armor. For 1 mana, you can't really go wrong running this card. You can buy this card for around 40 cents. So that's the enchantments done with. Now let's talk about the artifacts. Swift Boot Boots, an artifact equipment spell that costs 2 colorless mana to cast, and it says the following. Equipped creature has hexproof and haste. Equip 1. You can't go wrong running this card. It offers a great way to keep our commander safe with that nice bit of hexproof. It also gives us haste, meaning our commander can swing as soon as it enters if we equip her with these cool looking boots. You can buy this card for around $1.70. Pathway Arrows, an artifact equipment card that costs 1 colorless mana to cast. It says the following. Equipped creature has 2 and tap. This creature deals 1 damage to target creature. If a colorless creature is dealt damage this way, tap it. Equip 2. This is a great addition because our deck rewards us with food tokens each time we kill an opponent's creature with one of our spiders. So we use Pathway Arrows to kill our opponent's creatures with our spiders, and we're going to have a very good time and make a lot of food. You can buy this card for around 35 cents. Okie dokie, we have come to the end of my budget pickup guide. I hope you enjoyed my list. Shelob really looks powerful and I'm excited to try the deck out. Please leave a comment on what you think of the cards I've chosen. It's always fun to chat with you in the comments. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. As always, thanks so much for watching and goodbye.